beautiful viewer. You're welcome to Atindi Fori YouTube channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Ekaro, Ekason, Ekale, bonjour, salama po, no, inakwana, inaini, yadanganaga lokachinda kake kallon wannan video. You're welcome to yet another interesting episode here on this wonderful channel. Today we are going to be looking into something pretty interesting, more or less educating and also enlightening. Do not bother about the source of this information because I've already looked into it and see that nothing is actually wrong with the information that I'm about to pass across to you. It is therefore very good that you and I should be more familiar with what we are doing rather than just hitting on the lightning network. And the more we dive deep, the more the understanding and the more the better in helping to actually grow the Pi ecosystem. So, without talking too much, after this very particular short break, we will be looking into something pretty interesting. So, stay tuned and don't go anywhere. Alright guys, you're welcome back from this very short break, and today we are going to be looking into something pretty interesting, just like I told you before the break. Alright, so right now what I want us to focus on to compare and also Pi network versus Bitcoin. 5 unique differences. So this is actually a news of today, and here we have a poster on the two differences, which is where Pi network and we also have Bitcoin, right? So let's go straight into it without wasting much time. So here this article actually states that Bitcoin, BTC, is a cryptocurrency, a virtual currency designed to act as money and a form of payment outside the control of any person, group, or entity, and thus removing the need for third-party involvement in financial transactions. It is rewarded to blockchain miners for the work done to verify transactions and can be purchased on several exchanges. Okay, so this is about Bitcoin. Okay, it is like Bitcoin, about Bitcoin. So here, let us get this straight. Like Bitcoin, now we are talking about the side of the Pi network, right? Which we are both miners here in this very particular community. So like Bitcoin, Pi network is also similar but different in the mode of accessibility. So Pi network is a digital project that aims to keep cryptocurrency mining accessible, as the centralization of first generation currencies like Bitcoin, which is BTC, has put mining them beyond the reach of many everyday users. Okay, so this is actually very true. Just as we know, the Pi network was actually created in order to serve the everyday people, okay, and to be used by the everyday people. So here we have, after knowing some of these little comparison, and now we would like to look straight into their differences. Okay, now there are many differences between Bitcoin and Pi network, but we will compare only these 5 unique noticeable differences. Okay, so this is pretty interesting. I kind of like the article, so I decided to let me make a video about this and let us keep on rolling to see what we have. So let us look into these 5 and see. Okay, so in stating one of 5 from these differences, the first one we have here is energy consumption. Okay, now Bitcoin mining requires an enormous energy amount in the entire network, since miners use computers to solve puzzles on the blockchain for Bitcoin. Up till now, miners use desktops and home computers to mine Bitcoin. Okay, so now we know about the energy consumption, right? So let's go to the to this very particular part to see what we have. So as compared to traditionally established networks like Bitcoin, which requires energy intensive machines, the Pi network is easy to operate and it is energy efficient, which is why it is mined on smartphones. Okay, on smartphones too, rather than only desktop computers. Wow. So this is incredible. This is nice. So this is actually the one, I hope you understand this, that Bitcoin kind of like requires much energy. It consumes more energy for you to be able to mine, and it also doesn't really accept mobile phones like smartphones the way we are mining Pi network. So we are therefore very lucky, to have such a wonderful concept in order for us to have the phone mining mechanism here in the Pi network to serve the everyday people, because at least getting a smartphone is not as way expensive as having a PC or maybe some of those really heavy things that requires to mine Bitcoin. So let's go to the next one right now. Okay, so let us look into this very particular second one here, the differences between Bitcoin and Pi network. Okay, now here we have two, which is development team. Now the development team behind the Bitcoin, the creation of Bitcoin is not known, rather a faceless man with the name Satoshi Nakamoto is always rumored to be the brain behind the creation of Bitcoin. Today, different people come claiming to be the Satoshi Nakamoto. One is presently facing trial. Okay, so this is actually true. The creator of Bitcoin simply there is not known. Okay, it's unknown to anyone. Here the article actually talks about a man, right? So on this very particular ends, hold on guys. Okay, on this very particular ends right here, we don't know if it's a male, female, or maybe a group of persons or an organization. We don't know. Okay, we don't really have idea. So let us look into the side of Pi network now. This is different from Pi network. Nicholas Kokalis and Cheng Dia-Fan, two Stanford University researchers, founded Pi network. They began developing it in 2018 with the goal of making a digital currency for everyday people, just like I told us before, right? So they released a white paper and the Pi network app on March 14th, 2019, which is the Pi Day. Okay, that day is also known as the Pi Day. Wow. So at least you can see the differences now. It's quite clear, right? That okay, the creator of Bitcoin is not known to anyone. Okay, we only know of a name Satoshi Nakamoto, which is the name of the creator, right? But here in the Pi network we have Dr. Nicholas Kokalis and also Dr. Cheng Dia-Fan, right, who we know to be the creators of Pi network. So it is a nice difference, and I hope you understand that now, in case you don't before, because I believe many of you do know. So let's go into the third one to see what we have. All right, coming to the third differences between Pi network and Bitcoin. So here we have third one, which is consensus mechanism. Pi network development integrated the Stellar Consensus Protocol, which happens to be completely different from Bitcoin's proof of work, which is POW, proof of work consensus algorithm, or others using either the proof of stake, which is POS, or the delegated proof of stake, which is DPoS. The Stellar Consensus algorithm is simply an FBA, which stands for Federated Byzantine Agreement. That is, the Stellar Consensus algorithm is simply an federated Byzantine agreement system that offers a decentralized networks on the Pi cryptocurrency network an opportunity to reach consensus as fast as possible. On this consensus algorithm, nodes are not in competition with each other. Rather, each node is charged with the responsibility of determining if a transaction made by a user is valid or not. Once a block, which is transaction, is identified by a node, a message is sent across to others on the network, and a series of voting will ensure to determine which block will be recorded on the network's blockchain. All right, so that is that about Pi. Okay, it's about Pi right there. So here we go to the side of Bitcoin. Bitcoin, however, uses proof of work, which is POW, which is a decentralized consensus mechanism that requires members of a network to expend effort solving an arbitrary mathematical puzzle to prevent anybody from gaming the system. Wow. So proof of work is used widely in cryptocurrency mining for validating transactions and mining new tokens. Proof of work at scale requires huge amounts of energy, which only increases as more miners join the network. So here you can see the differences between the proof of work, which is actually for Bitcoin, and proof of stake, which is actually for Pi network. And when you look at the two, which could be more favorable to arrive at the main goal of Pi network to be for the everyday people and not being really too much of energy consumption stuff, the proof of stake stuff actually helped out in achieving this by having a federated Byzantine agreement, okay, which is more conducive for us and for the project to really achieve its aim and sole purpose, right? So we need to understand all of these differences. As a result, we will know of how great importance and advantageous it is that we are in the Pi network community. So let's go straight to the fourth. All right, so here we are on the fourth one, which is pretty short. We have platform users, which is what? Miners. All right, so according to crypto.com, an estimated 114 million accounts hold Bitcoin worldwide, and that's almost more than the population of Japan. Okay, Pi network has officially announced has 35 million active users. Actually, it is Pi network announced to have 35 million plus. Okay, 35 million plus engaged users. So you can see that right here, we are really surpassing Bitcoin in the terms of holders, right? So it is good, it's awesome. And on our case, we know for sure that every wallet that is identified to be holding Pi is actually having some numbers of Pi. So there is none of these very particular wallets, in my opinion. There's none of these wallets that we have less than 1 Pi. So it is awesome, right? It is awesome. The data is clear because usually when you sign up for Pi network, you receive 1 free gift if you use an invitation code. Of recent, there has been a development that you can sign up even without an invitation code. But just know that once you do that, you no longer have 1 free Pi as a gift for coming into the Pi network community. So make your choice. In case you're watching this and you're yet to sign up on Pi network, kindly go to your Google Play Store, download the Pi network application, register using the same data that you have on your national identity card, international passport, or any valid ID, right? Or driver's license. And when registering, you get to invitation code. Just insert TINDI, which is Tindi. So there you go. Let's go to the last. Okay, so here we are on the last one right here. Last but not the least, looking into this pretty interesting, the fifth one, which is coin cap supply. Every pioneer is supposed to be aware of this, as this will keep you conscious to know what you're doing and how you can go about your dealings in earning Pi. All right, so there will never be more than 21 million Bitcoin. The hard cap of 21 million is built into the core of Bitcoin's code. It cannot be changed unless there is an unanimous consensus by a decentralized body of custodians who are elected into service. The fixed supply dynamic of Bitcoin has become one of the key value propositions for the market demand and incentive to continue validating the network. All right, so there you go. This is how you get your Bitcoin, and let us look into the second one. According to the developers of this cryptocurrency, the total maximum supply will strike a balance to ensure that there is a sense of scarcity, at the same time ensuring that most of the Pi coins do not end up in the hands of a few network users. Wow, this is more fair and this is more interesting. So currently there is no fixed Pi supply or total supply of the Pi cryptocurrency. It is expected to be made once the project has completed the last step. All right, I don't agree with this. Yes, I don't agree with this, because we have a maximum supply, okay, a maximum supply of 100 billion Pi coins. Yes, a maximum supply of 100 billion coins. So I think this is yet to be this is not updated, I guess. So if you can correct me, I stand to be corrected. You can correct me by making a comment in the description, in the comment section. Okay, I stand to be corrected, but I believe there is a 100 billion supply, maximum supply of Pi coins. Okay, so here they say to ensure that there is a fair scarcity distribution and meritocratic earning of Pi, the total supply formula, the supply has been devised. The formula of the total maximum supply is, yes, M, which is total mining rewards, plus R, which is total referral rewards, plus D, which is total developer rewards. Okay, yeah, but you know, just like I told you guys, in my opinion, I stand to be corrected. Pi has a maximum supply of 100 billion. So this is about the author of this article, which I find pretty interesting. Okay, but even though I don't go with everything that is on it, but still yet, this is a great one. So a great kudos to T.I. Okinde, okay, who is a professional writer and ICT consultant. He has written many evergreen articles for Benue Cast blog, Classic Gist, Ella Base, and many others before bathing the Newsway blog. Newsway delivers well-researched and undiluted information on business, employment opportunities, personal finance, and government. So guys, with all of this, this is actually on the Newsway everyday news on the go. So what do you think about this? Doesn't this interest you to know some of the 5 unique differences between Bitcoin and Pi network? Okay, so I hope you find this pretty interesting. I don't want to keep this going on and on like that, but guys, it is interesting because we have only 100 billion Pi coins ever exist. So my question now goes to you, and you just have to leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me how you feel. What is your answer about this? We have 100 billion maximum supply of Pi coins. Now, how many is your target? How many is your target? I'm not asking you how many Pi coins you have, but what is your target? How many can you get in this 100 billion of Pi coins ever to ever exist? So guys, if you find this pretty helpful and interesting, even though you know all this before, kindly support the channel. We are really needing about less than 100 though, to hit 3K subscribers, and I can't do that without you all. So I urge each and every viewer, please kindly subscribe to the channel, like and share the video, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you feel about this. Tell me if you enjoy this content. The best way to support me is by smashing on the subscribe, liking and sharing the video. Let us reach out there and give other people information about cryptocurrency, because I tell you, here on this channel we stand to bring you latest updates and happenings in the Pi network community, and as at the same time we will be looking into other cryptos in the future. But as for now, we have a lot to learn, as many in the Pi network are actually newbies in the cryptocurrency space. So therefore, education is very paramount, and that is why you shouldn't joke or play with any information. When you get a valuable information, very educative one, you need to stick to it. So I urge you to subscribe to the channel. Let us together meet in the next video. I tell you guys, it keep on getting better. It's always keep on getting better, guys. So meet you in the next video. Kindly subscribe, and I say bye. I love you all.